You've obviously been here for a while. You haven't got to play a ton of Power 5 opponents. Do you have a little bit more juice going into a week that you're going to play a Power 5 opponent?
I don't really look into that. We respect Pitt. They got a veteran O-line, veteran quarterback. We got to prepare this week as best as we can. So Saturday can be very, very easy on us.
Coach Narduzzi gave you a lot of praise in yesterday's press conference. Says it starts with you and Juwan up front, and really gave a lot of emphasis on how you cause a lot of havoc getting to the backfield. Talk about what that means to you as a player to get that such praise from a coach like Pat Narduzzi.
Yeah, that means a lot. Especially I know they're probably gonna be game planning me. I hope they game plan for me so my guys can come free like my linebackers or Juwan or anybody else that's behind me or next to me. So I take that challenge on.
DG and Deshaun both had a pretty good game on Saturday. How much pride do you take in that, seeing your guys play that well?
Yeah, I like when they get single blocks. I mean, I'm doing my job, so I like to see that.
Coach Satterfield talked about the lack of pressure on the quarterback, specifically sacks against Eastern Kentucky. This week you're playing a much better offensive line in Pitt. What has to change for you guys to be more successful at getting after the quarterback this week?
I feel like we got to execute, limit the mistakes, the MAs and stuff like that, so we can have a good game on Saturday.
What have you seen of this quarterback? He's a little bigger than most.
Yeah, he's a little heavier, but he's still a good veteran quarterback to have. So we have to respect his skills and what he brings to the table.
Talk about what it's like to play next to a guy like DG. Obviously, we talked to him Saturday after the game. He said he loves when you guys get the attention up front between you and Juwan because he loves the one-on-one action. Just talk about what it's like to play against a guy or play next to a guy like Daniel.
Yeah, he's somebody he always helped me with my pass rushing skills. So I look up to DG. He's a good veteran guy to have. I'm glad we picked him up.
Coach Satterfield talked about it before the game last week, saying that some of the games that you and Juwan will have won't be filling up the stat sheet, it'll more just be doing your job. Do you kind of go into a game with a sense of I want to fill up the stat sheet, or do you just want to be able to cause a little bit of havoc and make sure that you fill up those gaps?
Yeah, being a first-year starter, you would think I would want to pad my stats, but having somebody like Juwan last year, just like his leadership, what he taught me, like, it's not about the stat sheet, I might not make every play, but I'm still making a play at the same time, holding double teams on or anything like that. So I don't really look into stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of my defense. We don't look into that type of stuff.
How does playing in a hostile environment this early in the season help with the overall progression and development of the defense?
Last year we didn't really have one. Like, I feel like we're more looking forward to it because we don't normally have those, but I feel like our defense is really looking forward to that challenge.
It seems like this season, especially on the defensive line, the players are playing at a much lighter playing weight. How do you enjoy, do you like that as a player? And two, how has that been for your mental health and some of the other guys on the line?
Yeah, shout out to Coach Nico, and his staff. They did a great job this all season, getting everybody trimmed down, as you can see, you feel me? But yeah, I feel like it's great for everybody. We all in probably the best shape we ever been in, running solid to sideline. So I feel like it's been a great help, especially for us.
You are undoubtedly the number one guy on the scouting report for other teams' offensive lines this year. How often do you think you were double teamed last week? Was it 75% of the time, 100% of the time? What was it like?
It felt like 95, but I know I was I knew coming into the season what was going to be as far as the double team. So I'm not really getting frustrated or I'm just knowing it's going to happen. So I got to live with it.
Any other questions for Dontay? Cool. Thank you, sir.